So sometimes the New Year is a really good time to, when we're past the holiday part, when we're past the gatherings and past the feelings of urgency and obligation and things like that, and the joy of being together. It can just, for some of us, I'm an introvert, so for me it was always kind of a lot. Even if it was really lovely, it was still a lot. So for anybody else who feels like that, I totally feel you. But this, like, there's that sort of urgency running right into the holidays and all the gathering and all the things. And then there's often sort of a time right afterwards where we can kind of rest, where things slow back down. We can kind of regather, reconnect, and with the land, with our nuclear family, with people who matter to us. This might be a time where we gather with friends a little bit more around the new year. But it's also a time where, in that slowness, in that time after we've done the big push, we have an opportunity to settle in and really feel and notice both the things that were tough about the holidays or about our meetings, those things, especially if we're gathering with our family of origin or something, if we have wounds there that we've been kind of, those things have been stirred up, and not to get into them and wallow in them, but to notice what they mean about what you want and what's important to you and the kinds of ways that you want to be in relationship with your children and your family ecosystem. There's some gold to mine in there. And so I'm just offering the possibility that if you guys get that time to slow down, if you get that time to reflect a little bit about what happened for you, how you felt about things, what hurt, what felt really good, you can kind of start to get a little bit of a blueprint of something about your own value system, about what's important to you. And it gives you kind of a beacon. It kind of lights a candle for you in terms of what you're aiming at to bring to your family ecosystem. And so this can be a really informative time too. So I highly recommend, if you can find moments for this, to either by yourself or collectively. This is also really fun to do with kids. You get a lot of information from them about what's important to them during this time, if you include them in it, if they're old enough or if they're willing, depending on, maybe they're teenagers and they don't want to do this. But any of those ways that we can tap into the things that are important, not only to us, but to our entire family ecosystem, we get this chance to kind of relight that candle of what we're going for in this coming year, what we want, what we're trying to cultivate, what we want to bring to life, and what we want to bring into our sphere. So if you get a chance, I highly recommend this as a practice. So good luck out there. I hope you get some of that time to just vision into what you'd like to see in 2025 for you and your beloveds.